to figure out different things to do to a certain extent. We pivoted probably 12 weeks roughly into the actual pandemic from content and media. We had a supplier out in China producing video brochures, which are these little cardboard sort of video booklets, essentially. They, like half of China, if not all of China, went into manufacturing PPE. Now, we had a contact at Amazon who wanted to supply face masks, basically, and just asked around suppliers, asked around procurement people if they knew anybody. We happened to have a tie to people out in China. And then it got those cogs sort of whirring, and we thought, actually, we could potentially help out here, supply Amazon with PPE through our contact. So essentially broker the two people and try and take a cut in the middle. So we did that, and we named it Easy Breathing. Obviously, face masks, easy breathing, there's some sort of synergy there. And that's how the company started. It was genuinely through necessity rather than want. We reinvested all of the money back into Pinpoint, and we didn't get rid of anybody from Pinpoint throughout the pandemic, and indeed now we're still hiring. So that was how we protected what I call the mothership. And that was really my pivot into a completely different world.
Yeah, no, I love the term mothership, actually. Thank you for that. Funding is obviously a vital component for any growing business. Are you able to tell us about your funding journey?
Of course. So we needed a lot of capital kind of to be able to buy these or to put these deposits down on these face masks. And the company which we actually used, it was essentially a funding option similar to you guys, but actually they kind of leveraged on the invoices that we had out there. It's called Invoice Fair. Now, we needed 17 million quid, which is a massive amount of money, especially for a business that had made no money essentially in that world before. Now, it was a disaster situation and they were doing a lot of PPE procurement. So actually underwrote and leveraged against the invoices. We managed to pay the deposit in China. We managed to then deliver the product over a 12, 13 week delivery schedule on the sea to Amazon. It was 30 million face masks in total. Which were the little Ply 3 ones that you sort of wear, the blue ones. They went straight into the NHS because they had a contract, which was kind of why A, Invoice Fair, and B, we did it because there was an ethical thing to it. It wasn't just to ride on someone's tailcoats and make money. There was a genuine, I suppose, proposition to make people's lives better.
Yeah, no, completely agree. And this award is obviously the Pivot Entrepreneur of the Year award, which you were the worthy winner of for the Southwest in 2020. Are you able to explain how you pivoted your business and what challenges you may face, or you did face while doing that?
Well, I think the first challenge that we faced was it was a completely new sector, new industry, something we didn't know much about. So it was calling on people that knew more about that than we did. And actually this evening I've got a chappie coming in who helped us with that. He runs a business, 100 million revenue. They're called Commercial Group. And essentially he helped us with that transition because he does distribution, procurement and delivery for very, very large businesses as his day job. So again, one piece of advice I'd say to anybody is make sure you have good people around you, even if it's from an advisor level. You don't have to have them on payroll. They just have to have experience almost more than you do because you're not going to know everything and you are going to make mistakes.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point, Oliver, is leaning on anybody who can give you the knowledge or guidance to take your business further. So number 4, and finally, what has winning the Great British Entrepreneur Award done for you and for your business?
GBEA generally are an amazing sort of body, I suppose, but winning the award has given the notoriety and the kind of the thank you, I suppose, that you don't necessarily get when you run a business. It kind of recognizes people that go out on a limb, try something different, try and do something to either better people's lives or just generally better the mothership or the business that they're in. And actually recognition really was the main thing that actually it gave, as well as notoriety. And, you know, it's great from an SEO point of view to anyone that does win it, or even frankly is a runner up. You rank all over the place and the guys at GBEA do so much to help you out.
Super. Thank you very much. That's all my questions finished, Oliver. So thank you for all the information about your business. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. And I shall now pass back to Matthew.
Thank you, Thomas, and thank you, Oliver. And just I've got a quick question. You started a podcast in the past year as well, haven't you? Tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Yeah, so it's called Success is in the Mind. And that, again, was something we started in the pandemic because there was so much crap going on, so much negativity that actually I wanted to know that I wasn't the only person who was an entrepreneur or in business that was also going through these really difficult times. So reached out to lots of inspiring people who are starting up, looking to start up, have big businesses, small businesses, and literally just talked to them and interviewed them about actually the trials and the tribulations and what they go through. And it genuinely isn't about the money. It's not about the fast cars or anything like that. It's about, okay, so actually I've cocked up here, but how did I get past that? And how did I actually better myself and learn from that? And we won an award, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago through Campaign Publishing for the best business podcast in the UK. So it's on Apple and Amazon, all the good places.
Excellent, and congratulations on that award. And speaking of awards, I think it's time to announce the finalists. So there'll be a video revealing the names just over the next couple of minutes. So best of luck and congratulations. And there we have it. That's the shortlist for the 2021 Pivot Entrepreneur of the Year category across our 8 regions. Congratulations to each and every single one of you. As I said, we've had more applications this year than ever before. So we do say it every year that it's getting tougher and tougher to make it to the shortlist, but it's becoming more and more true every single year. You should receive an email from one of the team very, very shortly, sometime this afternoon. And congratulations again. Oliver, thank you for taking the time to share a bit about your journey with us today. And thank you to Thomas and Funding Options for your continued support with the awards. And everyone, thank you for joining and enjoy the rest of your day.
Cheers, everybody.